How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking Toronto Maple Leafs, something we don't do very often. But I can't possibly be the only one wondering how the Leafs plan to pay all these young stud forwards, am I? The most notable guys being Kasperi Kapanen, Andreas Johnsson, and of course Mitch Marner and Auston Matthews will all be RFAs at the end of this season. The Leafs were going to open up $4 million cap space if they let Jake Gardiner walk into the season, but then they trade for Jake Muzzin, and then that $4 million is quickly spent once again. The Leafs currently have a projected cap hit of $60 million next season. We can expect an $80 million salary cap across the league. The Leafs currently have 13 players under contract for next season, meaning hypothetically they need to sign 10 contracts and they have $20 million cap space to do so. Now, obviously, they have the ability to draft and call up entry-level contracts for some of those spots that won't cost them that much. And they technically are allowed to go $5 million over the cap because of the Nathan Horton contract, if I'm not mistaken, the way that IR long-term works. So technically, we could say they have $25 million to spend toward the cap. So let's say half of those 10 players they have to sign end up being entry-level guys or guys that can get on cheap contracts, which is 5 of them. So entry-level contracts, they range anywhere from $600K to $900K. So we'll say about $750K will average it out for 5 players. That's $3.75 million off the books. That leaves the Leafs with $21.25 million left to spend on 5 more players. More than likely, we'll say those 5 players are Matthews, Marner, Kapanen, Johnsson, and a free agent D-man signing possibly. Now the Leafs could go in-house and go the young D-man route here, but they are also going to be losing Hainsey and Gardiner after this season, which would make you believe they might try to sign another vet, possibly maybe a cheap vet. We'll say they spend $2 million on a D-man, whether that be on one of their UFAs or elsewhere. So we're down to $19.25 million cap space and at the seemingly impossible mountain to climb. Andreas Johnsson is on pace for about a 40-point season. I don't really think it's a debate on why he's getting those 40 points. I could have probably got 30 points skating on a line with Marner and Tavares, and I don't even know how to skate. Nonetheless, Hyman was in the same situation not too long ago and got granted a $2.25 million contract. I think it's safe to say Johnsson nets 20 and gets $2.5 million, which means we're down to about $16.75 million cap space. And someone is most definitely here checking my math to talk some mischief if it's incorrect. So Kasperi Kapanen, he's on pace for about 50 points this season. Can we all agree he's going to get around to the $4 million area? I don't want to make this a controversial contract video like the whole what did Nylander may or may not have deserved. So here's the problem. We are down to $12.75 million to spend on 2 of the best players in the league. Matthews, the man, is a 40 goal scorer year in and year out. Arguably a top 5 center in the league. That's only going to get better. I know, Leafs fans love telling you how great he is, but now that it's contract talks, we got to talk him down a little bit, right? All jokes aside, Eichel just cashed in on $10 million a year. I love Eichel. This isn't an Eichel v. Matthews discussion, but for comparison reasons, it's fair to say Matthews is getting nothing less than $10 million a year. Which means we're now down to $2.75 million cap space, and I hate to break it to you, but Mitch Marner ain't signing for that. Marner is a very, very good player. Say what you may about who he's playing with, but look at the team. Look at the team he's on. He's leading them in points right now. Tavares is about to have the first season since the lockout where he's had more goals than he has assists. That's not a coincidence. Marner's a beaut. Can we say $8 million for Marner? I'd honestly pay him more, but we'll say 8, so we ain't overestimating here. $8 million would put the Leafs $10.25 million over the cap, but technically only $5.25 over the cap with the whole Horton contract situation. In a perfect world, you trade away Marlowe's $6 million cap, and all of a sudden, boom, you're under the cap. But who wants a 40-year-old hockey player? And what 40-year-old hockey player wants to waive a no-trade clause? Nazem Kadri could be moved at $4.5 million a year, but to be honest, I think we gave him the benefit of the doubt here on the salary numbers, and they would be pressing the cap very, very hard here, possibly being over it either. Even with getting rid of Kadri, that leaves the Leafs with what seems like the option of either trading away Marner or possibly trading away Nylander. The way Nylander's playing this season with that cap hit, though, it'd be a tough one to move. Now, I am sure there is other ways the Leafs can go about things other than to trade these 2, but it's the first thing that kind of comes to mind to free up some cap space because no matter how you slice it, the Leafs will have close to $40 million spent on 4 forwards the way things stand. What are you guys thinking? What are the Leafs GMs thinking out there? What are the non-Leafs GMs thinking out there? How do you plan on signing all these players? Who we keep and who we cut? And let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.